What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy CJ, and I'm back. And this time I got my boy Law again. We're back in the house for the second time today. Come on, and listen, by the way, this time, Law, I should have my sound effects. My sound effects ain't playing. Like, what's up with my sound effects?
Dang, this is round two on me.
Yo, round two, and my sound effects ain't even working. But what's up, bro? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain. It's a nice, busy but relaxing day.
Yo, I mean, I'm glad you're on here again with me to talk some social media stuff, some stuff about health and wellness, health, what you do as a bodybuilder, comparing it to like what normal personal trainers, and I'm saying normal personal trainers. He didn't say that, I said that. I feel like there's a difference between what you do and what the standard trainer, what a lot of people expect, the average person when they hear personal trainer, and what you coach, right? Because you're training people for a whole different level of outcome about, physique. So I'm glad you're here to talk about that, but also want to talk some social media stuff with you. So I'm super excited you're here, bro. But what you been up to since we last talked 6 hours ago? What you been cooking? What you been doing?
Man, just been working. Look, playing the game. What we were just talking about, playing the game. Just been working, relaxing, man. It been chill. So I just been on the laptop updating clients' programs for today.
Okay. And so you've been updating, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys missed MomoCon earlier, we did a show from there earlier. That was just the highlight of my day. Really was, because to be able to do the show. By the way, that was show episode 41. I'm starting to keep count right now, right? Starting to keep count, Law. This is episode 42. I'm disappointed that I don't have my sound, but
the sounds is out. Oh man.
I know. But see, that's one of those things with live. It was working before the show and now it's not. So I don't know what happened. But episode 42, episode 42. And so I mean, to say within 50 episodes, we already were able to do a live YouTube stream from a conference of that scale. So I was super excited, and I was happy you were able to join, because you were only supposed to be on there for 10 minutes. We had you on there, we had Coco, and that was super dope, bro.
Yeah, hey, it was definitely.
So real quick, go ahead and introduce yourself for the people who are just tuning in. They didn't watch the episode earlier. They're like, okay, who is this guy? I see he has a glow in the dark, changing color microphone like CJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is this guy?
Hey, so I am Coach Law. Dang it. Okay, let's start this over.
Okay.
In a new area, so the script has to change. But Coach Law, new in Houston, now actually taking clients here in person, but online coach as well for lifestyle clients and bodybuilding as well.
Yes. And bro, I just want to get right to it, because I know, like, I want to throw a few things out there, social media wise, because in my show I love to talk about social media, content creation, and we're going to get into the stuff that you create and some of the things that you do online. But did you know that the Instagram chief, Adam Missouri, do you know him? You know of Adam? You've heard of him before? Yeah. So one of the things he shared recently, and this is him texting me right now. No, it's not him texting me.
Look, but one of the things, sound effect.
Yeah, so sound effects. So sound effects is back on. He's recently shared that post shares are now a key driver of engagement. So one of the things we talked about on the show previously is that Instagram, he's the chief, has been saying, hey, first of all, he said the follower count on Instagram is not the best way to judge someone, right?
Right.
And then we talked about recently how on Instagram that the reach of a post can be affected. The reel, in particular, a reel can be affected if it's over 90 seconds. They're saying over 90 seconds is going. It's like, this is one of those things that was more like a non-official one, because it was a leaked presentation that was out there. So they're saying 90-second reels is what they're really pushing, not 90 seconds and under. And now they're saying, we add on to that he's saying that post reshares or post shares are going to helping it. But that's kind of like one of those things I've kind of always knew We've kind of
Right.
always kind of thing, but I think this is more official because now it's like literally all over websites and specifically from him. So what do you think about that?
I mean, it's good that now we actually know. It really depends on the person's content. It could be a game changer for them, but if you are someone that does just quick snips, it's something that you're already prepared for.
Yeah, I would say, when it comes to creating content, I don't think that sometimes people create, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that most people create content with the idea of getting people to share. I think
Yeah.
that most people are making it to get one person to either like it, meaning engage, or to trigger them to do something to buy. I don't think they're like, what do I get them to do to share this, right?
Right, right. Yeah, I don't really think people think that way often. Um, and if they did, then a lot more content would be like recyclable. So it's not going to just be shared that one time. They'll go back. You know what? Hey, dang it. You know what? I was thinking about that post and this thing me, and now I'm gonna go back and replay it again. If you think that way, yeah, you're gonna have a way different outcome because now that is approach for me as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just one of those things that when I think about it, I want people to kind of look at it because it's like the way I do sometimes because I know there's certain content that I'm making as a campaign that I want people to buy something, right? I want people to, to buy. And there's certain things like we do, like I'll give an example for like Ebony Fit Weekend, for example. There's certain things that we put out there that's literally specifically just for people to share. We don't expect
Right.
sales to go through the roof in one day. We don't expect, certain things to like everything that's happened today, but we want the hype to get out there. We want the campaign to get the awareness out there. And so there's specific things that is just going to be shared like crazy because they said the number one thing on Instagram is everyone sharing content to their friends DMs. Like how many
Right.
friends do you share content with on Instagram with every day?
Man, I know I got at least a rotation where we gonna be sending back and forth funny posts. This one's gonna be a motivating post. So it all depends. But me, I got like five different individuals that it's like, all right, this is what you gonna get. You always gonna see this.
Mhm. So you're, by the way, this is to my shout out to my friend Brittany. I was talking to her the other day. I was like, there's only a top 5 of everything. There's no top 7. That's a make a like. There's always a fave 5, top 5. You just solidified it. You
Hey,
just
I confirmed it for you.
you just confirmed it. It's of 5. Like, and so I was like, because I was going through the Instagram, her Instagram, her phone, and I was like, why am I not in your top 5? And she was like, you're in my top 7 though. I said, no, that doesn't count.
That's
I,
not there. That's
you know,
different.
and you go on somebody's phone and on Instagram and you see it'll give you the top 5 you share with, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not up there, so I'm offended. I'm offended. But no, yeah. So like when you sharing stuff on Instagram, it is literally a thing where I share stuff too. There's like groups of people that I will just share content with every single day, and so when you're thinking about it now with Instagram telling us this, you want to mix in with your content, mix the stuff that you're putting out there, content that specifically is going to get shared. Like
Mhm.
and I know that someone's gonna be like, well, I want my content to share, engage, I want to do everything. It can do everything, but when you're making it, you have to have a step in pro. Like, what do you want to be the number one call with like action? What do you want the number one thing to be? Like, what do you want the most effectiveness of that video to be? Right. And so, yeah, even though someone law may share my video with someone, that doesn't mean he still won't buy a ticket to the event. That doesn't mean he still
Right.
won't do it. But what's the number one thing? Because you could say 40% of the people shared it, 10% of the people bought tickets, 5% just saved it, right? And so, what do you want that to be? You may do it the opposite. Where you do a piece of content where you want 50% of the people to share it, 30% to save, and vice versa. Like, or I should say,
Right.
save at the top. I said it backwards. But if you want most people to save, right? So
Right.
you can do it differently because, like, there's certain clips. I'll give you an example, Law. Like, you ever seen where someone put a reel out there? It's like 5 seconds long, but it'll flash a whole bunch of words on the screen.
Right. 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 Yeah.
And it'd be like, hey, do these 10 things or download these 10 apps, and this is how you're gonna your bodybuilding workout, or how you're gonna make $10,000 a month or whatever. And most people want to see it, so what they do, they'll save it.
They'll save it, screenshot it, something that's gonna bring them back to it.
So it does two things. It makes them get the quick replay view, so they get 2-3 views out of it real cheaply, right? Because the video is so short, and they want people to save it. That's they're not looking for people to share that. They're more looking for you to give them the rewatches and to get the save.
Yeah, the clickbait.
So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to share. Like when it comes to share rates and things like that, or as a key driver. So that's just something to keep in mind.
It is. I think some people, if you're not sure of how to go with it, is I take the approach of asking my followers, because your followers are your fans. If you need to know like what you need to present, and once you know what to present, now you'll know, all right, this type of delivery is going to get me, like what you said, them to share this to their friends, because this was a question that needed to be answered. This was something where I just need it for the moment, so I'm just going to save it and look back when I need it again. So it's just another way of looking at it and knowing what they're looking for. That's going to give you another easy way into that way.
Mm-hmm. Just one other thing real quick I wanted to share before I get into some more questions with you. By the way, we got people in the audience. Jonathan says, I see. Okay. So he's definitely catching on to what we putting down there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's definitely it's one of those things when it comes to content. There's different things, there's different objectives for everything that you're doing. So just definitely keep that in mind. So like, even for example, this YouTube live show, the show itself, I mean, I would love for you to share it, but my number one thing to do is to get you to rewatch it and to engage. Like everything has its purpose. It's very rare that you're going to share a 1-hour video with someone, right? Now, when I make a piece of content on Instagram, I'm probably making it for about the show. I'm making it for two reasons. One, to get a knowledge about the show out there, and to get you to share with someone and be like, hey, this is a cool thing. You might want to watch that. So there's different reasons for different styles of content.
Right.
I wanted to ask you this, Law. Hold on. Let me take this banner off. So one other piece of news real quick is that Instagram is testing notes on posts and feeds. So the Instagram notes that are pretty much now like in your when you're in your inbox and you see them on the little circles at the top, and people call them almost like a status, right?
Right.
It's like, they have, people can put statuses there, they can put music. Now they're testing in the last few months notes actually where you can put on posts and reels itself. Like, what do you think about that?
Oh, that's some more work to add on to the job, I see. But I guess it'll help in just different scenarios depending on what you're trying to present. So it may be a better way with call of actions when you're trying to deliver your content. But I guess that one, while they're testing it out, you're really gonna have to see how it's gonna benefit you. Because right now I'm trying to think like, dang, how could this help me? And what type of features will it have with it? What'll be the benefits of using it? But it's gonna be something over time.
Yeah, so it's like, if let's say, for example, you post a reel, right? And you post a reel today, and I leave a note on there. Let's say I leave a note and I say, hey, Law, this was really helpful, but I really don't understand it. Now, instead of you having that whole conversation with me in the comment section, what this will do,
it's gonna be on the page.
It'll be it'll be like I'll leave a note there, but then you reply directly to a message with me. So if you see here, it says add a note on content for your friends to see, and they can reply to you directly with a message. And on top of that, the note will disappear in 3 days. It's not like a comment that I leave on there that stays forever.
Okay.
So the comment will disappear after 3 days. So it's time sensitive too. So what that tells me is, as a creator, you need to, as we always say, every few days, you need to be on here responding to your comments. You can't take a whole week off because then
And
you're
then
gonna
trying
lose
to
these.
follow up.
Yeah, you gotta follow up. You can't like just oh yeah. And by the way, people know that people are like, yo, CJ, you're so heartless. You always like people can't take social media breaks and detoxes and all that stuff. All I'm saying is if it's your business and it's making you money,
Ain't
how
no,
many vacations you got in a year?
yeah. Right. Yeah. You can't be doing that. You gotta stay consistent with it.
How many vacations y'all got in a year? Like y'all taking a vacation every month on your business. Oh, I got a detox every month. Like, yo, okay, well, I don't know too many jobs that give you a vacation every month.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I'm no disrespect. That's just me. I had to go full screen for that one, Law. But
Hey, you was throwing right. You were throwing right.
throw it right. So like, hey, you either one or you don't. But one of the things is like, yeah, I just think it's different because like after 3 days, those notes are gone, and all
Right.
of a sudden now it's that pressure of okay, I left you a note, but guess what? Now Law didn't reply to me. How is that going to affect me as a person who
Yeah.
left your note?
Yeah. I'm not gonna follow back. Now you
I
just
got
lost a follower. Now you
lost a
just
follower. I'm not engaged no more.
yeah. So yeah, it's a win. It could be a win-win situation, but it's gonna really be something that if you haven't been doing it in the past, you're gonna have to start doing it now. Get
Yeah,
on it.
get on it. You heard the man. By the way, shout out to Coach Zay. He says learning more and more as I watch these live videos. I appreciate you, bro. That's what I'm doing it for. I appreciate it. And look, I'm trying to hit the sound for you get the horn. I'm sorry, bro. You already know if you watch the live, we got the sound effects for you. I got you next time. I'm upset on my stream deck right now, bro. I'm upset.
Hey, we hear we can do little claps, snaps,
My God.
claps and
Appreciate you.
snaps.
Appreciate you, Coach Zay. So Law, random question. You ever
Ooh.
have a MySpace page back in the day?
Man, I was just talking about MySpace. I was like, man, this was the social media that made everyone a true web developer. If you
Mm-hmm.
was really onto it. Yeah, I had me a MySpace and I was one of those that charged if you wanted me to set it up for you.
What? You charged people back in the day to set up
Yeah.
their MySpace page?
Yeah, we took those things serious, setting up with putting the music on and the extra videos and the glitter effects. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Bro,
back then it wasn't a lie. It was like, hey, let me get $1 so I can get XYZ and I'll set it up. But
but we
still,
were we were doing HTML code and stuff. We were literally taking
yeah,
code and pasting it and all that stuff. It was way more
yeah.
difficult, more involved than what it is now to
You
build these pages.
yeah, you was doing your own sites then.
Oh,
You was
facts. Do you
doing
know
your
what
own.
MySpace looks like now?
Nah, I haven't even looked.
It's so weird, bro. I'm gonna show you. This is what MySpace looks like now. This is MySpace.com, bro.
Nah.
Look at this. This is not the MySpace we remember.
Yeah, this is wow.
Like, what is this? Like, it's not even fully loaded. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Let me refresh this.
This looks like the Yahoo page.
Yeah, like if you go over here though, it's more music. By the way, at one point, it was owned by Justin Timberlake. Did you know that?
Nah, I never knew that until now.
Yeah, he purchased that. Now there's stuff on here. You can actually find connect with people. You can find artists and stuff like that. But one of the things is with MySpace, like it's more music based now. Like you can't find real people.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
Dang.
So yeah, it's so weird, bro. It's so weird. Like I don't know
Look, you
what
need to
they did
see if
with.
you still got your account.
I looked that up to see if you can find your old MySpace account. I was like, and I couldn't find it, bro. I couldn't find it. Let me see. Can you find your old MySpace account? It says yes. Okay. Let me show you this tab. It says, yes, you can find your own MySpace profile by searching myspace.com, entering your name into the search bar. You don't need to know your old password or create a new one to access public accounts. Depending on your privacy settings, anyone can search your name and view your photos and connections.
Hmm.
So, do you remember your username?
Oh nah, I can't remember that. Ooh.
You don't remember? Some
those
anybody.
back then, that was those names was random that you would think of.
Man, I feel like it was CJ3000 or something. Like it's like I feel it's Andre 3000. I'm trying to. Hey, so somebody in the chat. Is somebody in the chat? Do they know their MySpace? Teresa says she has a MySpace. She had a MySpace. Jonathan says, "Look like you in a illegal music site." Well, that's Napster. Napster was the original illegal site. If you remember Napster, you know. But it like if anybody remembers their MySpace name, let me know. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. So I'm searching on the back end, so nothing crazy comes up, and I'll show it on screen here. That's why you don't see nothing right now, because I don't want to type in something and then it bans me on YouTube. Yeah, but I don't remember my MySpace name, so I can't. I'm searching it, but it's not my profile.
You couldn't use your regular name to try to search that way.
Nope. So if anybody finds it, let me know. Jonathan knows, like, hey, I'm not trying to get banned on here. Let's see, because but anyway, we'll come back to it if anybody finds it later. But I was like, I thought that was real interesting to see, if we could go back and find the original, social media before Meta and all this other stuff went crazy. But I got another question for you.
All right. Look, I was trying to find it.
Are you trying to find it?
It ain't popping up.
Bro, I'll be honest. It was so long ago. I think that MySpace page for me was, I think it was connected to my AOL. And now you know how long it's ago since I've had AOL? Like,
what email?
I don't even think that I definitely didn't have Gmail.
I had to have like Yahoo. No, AOL. Yeah. It had to start with AOL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we used that IM messengers at first.
Mm-hmm. Facts. And so when did you originally join Instagram? Like, when did you start? When did you first join for you? Was it you an early adopter? Like, how did you do it?
Nah, I was the late bird, man. I ain't really rock with social media like that. What was the reason? Oh, the truth. The only reason why I got on Instagram was I went on a trip during spring break and I didn't have any room in my phone to post. And they was like, just upload them there and then you can keep them set up and now you can watch them whenever you want. And I was like, you know what? Post. And then I just deleted them out my phone. So I still got to keep the content when I wanted it. And that was how I got on the Instagram. Other than that,
that's crazy. You use Instagram as a storage.
Yeah.
That's how you started.
I was like, yeah, just post it. I mean, you ain't gonna do nothing with the pictures outside of it. And I was like, all right.
Cool. You know, what year was that? You know what year that was?
I got on Instagram. When did I get on? 20. Man, God dang it. You really want me to say that?
Yeah, say it. Yeah.
2008.
2008.
2008.
Wow.
No. Hold up. I lied. Disregard. It's not 2008. I knew about it. When did it start? 2008, 2010?
I ain't gonna tell you because I want to see if you're telling the truth. So Instagram was created in 2010.
It was created then. My homeboy was on it, and then I didn't get on until the trip and that was in 2012. Yeah, so 2012, 2013 is when I signed up. He was on in 2010.
So, when I joined was 2016. So I was one of those people who was like social media. I was like, I don't want to join social media. Shout out to you, Teresa, because I know it's like I was literally her until recently, where now she's making hella content out here and keep on going, Teresa. But in 2016, that was me. It was like, why do people care about what I'm doing? That was me.
Right.
It's like, why do people care about what I'm having for lunch? And why do people? I was like, no, no, no. I didn't want a Facebook page, Instagram, nothing like that. And it was so crazy. I was big into MySpace back in the day. It was like I had all the glitter effects and the music and the favorite friends and all the top friends.
Yeah.
Like I honestly like that was fun stuff. I even if now, man, you know how much heat it would be if you had like a Fave 5 on Instagram, and you literally on your profile it would just show your CJ's favorite friend 5 friends. How
Yeah.
much heat that would bring?
Oh, that thing. Because I remember I would rotate them out sometimes depending on the person. It's like, yeah, you know what? Bump it. Switch out my top 5, and it'd be like, dang, he moved you. Nowadays, yeah. Oh yeah, that would be crazy.
Bro, you dropped in the rankings from 2 to 4. You be heated. You're like, what I do? What I
Look,
do?
how they could do that now, and they don't even got to do the top 5, is basically just showing who is in your close friend box. That's what you could do. Out of it, just show who's in your close friend, and that's going to show you your favorites.
Yeah, y'all don't want to see my close friends list because like some people would be upset with your boy. They would be like, "Well, wait a second, why am I not in? Or why was I in and now I'm not?"
Right. Or it'd be like, I didn't even think you had one. How long you had that? I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
By the way, if you're watching this right now, I'll invite you in. If you're watching this, tell you right now, if you're watching my YouTube and you literally see this, go to my DM me, and I'll add you if you're not already in there. Because me and you cool if you're watching my YouTube.
My
That's
bad.
my
I set
personal
him
invite.
up. I set him up. He really don't want to add job, but because I said that, the safe way for him right now is just to put
Yo,
everybody
no,
in.
it ain't even like that, fam. It ain't even like that. I listen. Don't put me in a spotlight. Just know I can't invite everybody at once. But see, you're right. You're right. You're right, bro. Getting back to getting back to it. Um, you know, let's just go to the next question I have, and that was for you because being a personal trainer. Um, is there a difference between like being a standard personal trainer and a bodybuilding coach? What is there really a difference, or is that just something that is just made up in my head?
No, I mean, there's a little difference with the coaching, I would say. With personal training, I think it just depends on what type of training style you're going to do, what type of expectations you'll have. When you think of a personal trainer, you think more so like easygoing, understanding. When you hear like, oh yeah, this is my bodybuilding coach, you're
Mhm.
thinking, okay, I got to be on my P's and Q's when I'm coming here. So the difference really is just the delivery approach, but I think both of them is the same because I do the same for my people. I have lifestyle clients and I got people that get on stage and I treat them the same exact way.
And so, is there more time that you have to spend for your clients than the normal coach would, like because of the strictness of the routine and the results you're trying to get in like a certain time frame?
With bodybuilding, it's a art to it. So everything is a time stamp. With your personal training, uh, it's more of a lifestyle goal. So hey, you may want to reach this goal by summer, but that could just be your goal because your schedule won't allow it. When you're coming to me saying, "Hey, I want to get on stage," okay, well, based off of where you're at, this is what we got to do to get here at this point. All right. And this will let you get on stage at this timestamp. So it's a little bit different because it's like, all right, I know why I'm doing it, and there's a deadline and a reason behind it. If I'm doing it outside, it's for a personal goal. So I can be a little bit more flexible.
Is it true that you have to eat a lot more?
No, I wouldn't say you eat a lot more. You're eating. Most people, when they say they eat a lot, you're eating at that moment, but it's not whole food. So it's going in and coming right back out. If you're getting something that's going to be whole, it's giving you more dense, it's going to be, it's going to appear that you're eating a lot, but you're eating just enough.
Mm. So you said one of the things that stood out when you said that is that when you're eating is right out. Like that sounds dangerous. I ain't lie to you. Like, well, I went to the Arnold, right? And this is gonna sound a little
Right.
disgusting, but it's YouTube. And so I went to the Arnold, and so everybody there is majority bodybuilders, right? Not everybody, but a lot. I would say more than
Yes.
50%, right?
Yeah, it's a
You're into
strong
that.
population. Yeah.
So you got the extra protein, you got the creatine in your body, you got all this extra supplements and stuff like that, bro. When I tell you, I wouldn't go nowhere near that fucking bathroom. I would not go anywhere near that bath. I was like, it was like 100 yards away, and I just looked at it, and I could just see smoke. I could see a smog. You get closer, it stunk so bad. I was like, what in the hell? Like, bro, is this
Yeah.
something with the way the food is processed extra fast and just, bro? It was just, I was like, man, I don't know about
Some of
this.
those maybe, hey, some of those they just need a deep detox, cleanse that body because they may be eating healthy, but there's more than an 80-20 rule coming out. So that's probably what's going on there. Yes,
And
protein, protein shakes do give you, a nasty side effect if you let one go, but yes, it shouldn't be like that.
bro, I mean, I don't know. It's some of these people, they OD on it, right? What do
Yeah,
you say
yeah,
to the people when they OD? Like, like, you're going too far. Not just, they get obsessed with it, right? Like,
yeah.
what kind of things have you seen or experienced with that where someone's like, you know what, I gotta be perfect for the show, or they either eat too much or they eat the wrong thing, or they're taking extra supplements or shots or whatever. What kind of things have you experienced?
Well, based off of the people that I, encounter and realize that's over exciting, I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish in a hurry that you can't accomplish when it's the time?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them is just thinking because of what social media is showing, everything's supposed to be quick.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to this sport and it comes to building a physique, that takes time to do that part. Just because you may have the schedule to travel and do, 10 shows a year, it doesn't mean your body is physically prepared to do all 10 of those shows. So take the time to enjoy the process versus rushing. That's just like us. When we were younger, we wanted to be old adults to get out the house. And then when you got out the house, you realize, dang, these bills. Dang, let me rewind time so I ain't got no debt. I ain't got to do all of this. That's the same thing with the art, but it's a lot of impatient things. I remember being that person wanting to reach a goal. So I thought if I did an extra workout day, that was going to get me there faster. If I didn't eat this for this amount of days, it was going to get me there faster. But at the end of the day, my lifestyle came easier when I made the adjustments to do something that I can consistently do day by day.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I'm gonna ask a few more questions to Law, but if you guys in the chat are watching live, you want to throw a few questions out there, I'm sure he'll answer them. I'm sure he'll be nice and answer you guys. If you got a question or two, go ahead and throw it out there. You got literally one of the best bodybuilding coaches on the planet right here. Ask him a few questions. Just saying.
Appreciate it.
How long have you been doing it, bro? How long have you been like a coach?
I've been doing this since 2016. Uh, I competed in 2016, 2017. Um, 2016 is when took it was actually two of my college friends
Mm-hmm.
and trained them for their very first show in Georgia. And then from there, just started to build on and grow.
By the way, he used to be right up the street here in Georgia, and I never saw him. Just so you know, I never saw the guy. And now he's in Houston. I probably seen him more in
Wait,
Houston.
yeah, look, you see me way more when I moved than when I was there.
That is the crazy part. By the way, shout out to Naj, and I see Sharice on Instagram. Thanks for tapping in. If you pull up on YouTube, that's where it's at though. But if you watch on Instagram, I ain't gonna pressure you tonight. But we live on YouTube as always. It's the primary platform. Also Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. And we got people in the chat over here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I see Teresa's on Instagram. She's on YouTube. Thanks for supporting on both. Law, when it comes to like making your content to promote your business, what do you enjoy about it?
So now what I've been doing is the journey. So seeing the progress of it. All of the videos that I do make, I don't do it right at the beginning. Some of them I'll wait until it's like phase 2 to 3. So I can see like, hey, you remember when you came into the gym and you was overwhelmed? And now we got phase 2, and it's like, look how you was lifting these weights. And now it's phase 3, and it's like, you come into the gym like, you've been here for a while. So then being able to display that on my page is like the best part of it. Now, in between there, we get our high and low. We're like, why ain't we get it as soon as we got the program? But all right, cool. It took you this amount of time. All right, at least we got it.
What do you enjoy least about making content to promote your business? What do you enjoy least? Because I feel like that's the question that most people might even resonate the most with.
The part that is having to cut out pieces just to make it get its point across. Doing content, you're always thinking like, dang, if I cut this part out, it does look good, but maybe this was supposed to be the hook. That is the part, just snipping it down where it's like something got to give.
Man, I think everyone can relate to that. The editing process is no joke. It's really, I would say that's what people pay for other people to do the when you're paying someone to make the content for you or to edit the content for you. That's what you're really paying them to do. You're paying them to make the decision as to what is in it and what's not.
Yeah,
and that's the hard part.
That responsibility off of yourself. Yeah,
that's the hard part.
I'm not wanting to deal with that because it's like, dang, I don't know if this is going to be the right thing to add or the wrong thing to add. But if I hire someone else, it's their job to do it. And then once I see it, all right, I do like it this way, or no, I don't like it this way.
Teresa on Instagram says, I hate editing content. Yes. It's the number one thing. I mean, I think there's a level of nervousness. Some people get nervous in front of the camera and they just don't want to do it. And they're, because it's one thing to hear yourself talk. It's another thing to see yourself and hear yourself talking. The way we see ourselves in our head and the vision in the mirror is different than when it comes across on this camera. And it takes time to get accustomed to that. So I'm even used to that now, where it's just like, you just become, hey, this is just what it is. And the eyes got to get used to it. Right. But, then there's the process of now I got to edit that, and I have to edit myself and looking at yourself and making those decisions about you, what parts of you that you want to put in there and what parts of you that you want to take out. And sometimes you subconsciously taking out parts of it that need to be in the video because of how you view yourself. And you don't need sometimes, and it's tough. It's really tough. And you're like, man, that part should probably really be in there, but I don't like the way I look in it. So I'm not going to put that out there. And that might be the best part of the video.
Right. Or it's like, dang, I don't want to say this because this sounds different than what people think me as. And it's like, nah, leave that in there because that's the raw you.
And I'm there. Now, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like I always tell people, and I'm very transparent. I'm like, I don't got no 6-pack. So there's certain times I might have an angle of me, and I'm like, damn, I look big as hell. I was like, I don't look like that in real life. And I'm like, that is real life, CJ. That is really how you look. But I was like, yo, hold up. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain angles you got to get used to, and you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna post it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then you just become comfortable and you start realizing, well, if I want to do something about it, I need the higher law, right?
It's like, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got, if you want to change it, you got to just change it. But you can't, and you can, like, I'm not gonna say you can't change your voice because I guess you can in 2024. You can change everything.
AI got you covered with everything.
I really can't say you can't change anything in 2024. I'm not going down that road, but you can change it. You don't like it, you can change it. So Coach Zay said that's my biggest fear. Which one is your biggest fear, Coach Zay? Let me know. What is the biggest fear? Is it
That you can
posting.
change anything.
Yeah, you can change everything. I don't think that's what he was saying. Don't let him come at you like that. I think he was. Let's tell us what you were talking about. What's the biggest fear? Is it editing? Leaving editing yourself, like leaving something out that maybe. Okay. Seeing myself on camera. You want to talk about that one, Law?
Yeah, I mean, hey, yeah, I could definitely talk about that. And this is one of the things that I did is what CJ is talking about is I did hire a team that did my content for a while. And the reason why is because I had the content or I was told what type of content to do. And because it was me in front of the camera, I saw thousands of things on why it didn't need to be posted. But when I hired someone, they didn't know me and didn't know my personality. So it was good and quick and easy for them to edit what they need to and post it because there was no second guessing on a project. And then once they got into the rhythm of doing it, I got to see what was being shown and delivered. My view on my post, now it's easy for me to get on there. Even if I'm a mess up, stumble, all that, it's like, hey, it comes with it. But I seen the progress with it.
And so, because by the way, this is not planned, and that's what I love about this YouTube show. I can organically just switch something. I'm about to pull up his Instagram page just to give him a shout, and we gotta look at it. We gotta look at it together, Law, real quick. So Xavier Whitaker, you see here, this is his Instagram page. As you see, he's a personal trainer. Definitely shout out. If you guys are not following him, go ahead and follow him now. And I'm gonna
for him.
And so, like you see here, he got pinned to the top, already good. Boom. In personal training, online coaching, excuse me, muscle mass, weight loss, nutrition, fat loss. Right off the top. Very professional, straight to the point. You know what he does, right?
Right.
Cool. Now, so the content he's making is very, very like motivational. Like if you don't follow him, you'll know like most of his stuff is content where it's like, going to show you him working out, give you motivational clips, workouts, trying a new booty builder squat machine here. He has a questionnaire in the bio. Boom, right? More workout stuff here. So, by the way, Coach Zay, let's see. Do you like primarily put content of you working out, or do you ever talk in the camera, or is that one of the things that you want to get to? Or right now you're pretty much just like this is where your comfort zone is, just putting stuff like this because this is cool, right? This is cool, but we want to definitely see. Like, actually, let me go back to that one because that one might have had a little bit more personality. Let me go.
Yeah.
You like that one, Law?
I heard the comment, so it did bring personality into it. The content that he does have, it is good. There's always upgrade it and improvements that we can do. I like all of them. I think some of these I would do like voiceovers with them, so then he can bring his personality and then they can see him in action. But other than that, man, you're doing what you need to.
I agree. Like this right here.
Amen.
So like even that one right there, like this, you already putting the workout in. I mean the workout content, high quality. By the way, good quality videos and like that. You now speaking on the aftermath of it, like, yo, this thing was heavy as shit right here, and da 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 da. Or you could be like, man, I really didn't feel like doing this today, but man, I'm trying to get these goals, and I'm gonna push myself to the limit. So if I could push myself to the limit, I know I could push you to the limit, and blah 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 blah, or whatever it is, right? I'm just giving some examples, like add that on top of it, or you could just talk about the effectiveness of the workout itself, the equipment, what these equipments, the names are called. I have no idea what you're doing right now. I have no idea what that's called.
Right.
No idea. I don't even know what is working. You could say, hey, this workout right here is working the so and so and so, the glutes and blah 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 blah. Did you know so many of these and da 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 will help you gain strength and make you faster, stronger, jump higher, better sex, whatever it is, right? You could throw it out there, make it relatable to people.
Yep.
Boom, boom,
Leaving
boom.
them something. Leaving them something to learn.
We giving you the gems now. Now it's up to you to take it now. You look like, hey, you put in the work for you now, and so that means you could definitely help some other people because you know what to do.
Always saying we together, want to be a part of the flip. Shit.
Okay. So look, we almost doing the whole audit here, but the one last thing I will say here, by the way, one thing, and this is a pet peeve of mine. So sorry, this is just coaching me. So if I'm a little hard, that's only because I'm a coach. I hate black screens. I hate extra space. You have my whole phone on Instagram, and I'm watching your video. Take it up with a space. So put a video at the top, put a video at the bottom, put something there, put words there. Never leave open space. It drives me crazy. Whether it's anybody I work with, any of the clients I work with, anybody, they will tell you, I'd be like, never leave blank space. Never leave blank space. So even if you filmed all this in YouTube ratio, and a lot of people run into the same problem, they're like, man, I filmed it for YouTube, but I don't have the space. Take another video, like other clips, see how it's rotating the B-roll to different, put it up here, put it the same thing at the top and at the bottom, and maybe you can reverse it. Instead of it playing forward, you can have it at the top and bottom and reverse it, and people are still going to look in the center, but that space at the bottom and top, it gives them something to look like when they glance away, and it may hold their attention just an extra 3 or 4 seconds just to see it with the top and bottom, but never leave open space. You agree with that, Law?
Nope, I agree.
Hey, he said that's love. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you always tapping in, and you say you learning a lot, so continue staying tapped in. We got like 5 more minutes, and I promise me and Law getting out of here because it's a wrap. 60 seconds or less, Law. Myths about bodybuilding.
I mean, the one you already said was like why we gotta eat. Well, one, it's not. Let's see, because you said one and the other one. No, you don't have to starve to get on stage, for one, and two, you don't have to do a hella lot of cardio to get on stage. Those are number two. Those are 1 and 2. The last one is you don't have to be perfect to get on stage. All right. When you are getting ready to do this sport, it's bodybuilding. So that means anytime you want to get on stage, you should be better than what you were before. So you can't go on stage thinking you're going to be the number one stunner, and this is your day one on stage, and there's other people that been day ones years ago. It's stripes to it, but I look at it as a way of life. When you don't know that there's other people outside of your comfort zone that is just as good as you, you'll get humbled over time. But you'll take it, and you'll take it as a learning experience and grow for them sports. So that's my couple, those are my couple myth teas that I always like to tell people. Outside of that, I want to know what type of myths are out there outside of those.
Yeah, if y'all know some other myths, throw them in the chat. The one that I had, it was not really a myth. I know for a fact that y'all blow up the bathroom.
No, not that one. You was like, man, why I gotta eat so much? I'm like, some of them just like, I don't eat enough.
Oh yeah, I feel like, look, I was at your crib, and like I just like you had one of your clients. You were like, hey, you just ate 2 hours ago, and then they were eating again. And I was like, well, wait a second. Is this a thing where y'all really eat like every 2-3 hours?
I mean, yeah, but with them, they would be hungry if they didn't. So like where some people, they get hangry every 4 to 6 hours. Yeah, they're going to get hangry every, 3 to 4 hours. That's just how their schedule is set up.
I'm glad you said this, because there's a thing that I hear about, that when people are going into, and tell me if I'm wrong, I'm saying this, cutting, right? Or whatever, where they're really about to go into a show, like the week before a show, they're really irritable.
It's just energy is low. So you just think of it this way. If you're someone that has really good patience and then you're in a high pace environment for a long period of time and you don't have a moment to reset, anything that you could, bite your tongue about, before, it's going to be real hard to do. So that, yes, that is true, but that can happen anytime during your prep. It just happens a lot more often that last week because your anxiety is up. Your show is in a couple of days. You don't know if anything's gonna go bad. You don't know, hey, if my body's where it needs to be. I'm eating the same shit. I'm sorry, I don't even know if I can curse. I'm
Oh,
eating
I
the same
cuss
thing.
plenty of times. Yeah, you can cuss.
I'm eating the same thing over and over. Why I gotta eat it for another day? So it's a lot of variables in that scenario that make you feel that way. Me personally, by my last show, I didn't feel no type of way my last week because I remember, hey, if I do what I need to do, my last 2 days before getting on stage, I'm gonna get me food that I love that I haven't had in a while. So I'm like, oh, I'm good.
Mhm. I got two last questions on the way out, and the thing you hate most about social media, what is it? Which is really just like thing you hate the most about it?
Honestly, having to stay keeping up with the trends.
Mm,
Me, if I could just post like how we were talking earlier, if I could just post when I wanted to post, that would be me. But because it's like no law, you gotta post, even if you don't think you got anything. That's why we created it early. You gotta keep posting it. So those would be the things where it's just like, yeah, sometimes I just want my page to just take a break, hibernate.
Oh no, I totally feel you on that. Keeping up with trends, but that's why I created this show. To be honest, it was like one of those things where it's like I wanted a fun environment where we could share tips and strategies and keeping up with the Joneses, but still have fun and share our businesses and things we like to create. It's literally like that place where it's like, hey, oh yeah, I heard that on that show before. Yeah, CJ talked about it, Law talked about it, so and so talked about it, and it's like just bringing it all to the front without it having to be in an article or having to go search the internet for it. We just bring it in a different way.
Yeah. And it's working, man. It's
I
working.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Last one, and that is who should make more money, a fitness influencer or a personal trainer, and why?
Mm. See, if the personal trainer was smart, he would give them a certain percentage to do the job for them. So the only thing they doing is just the work they want. Um, but that's just me being funny. But I
Mm-hmm.
honestly, a personal trainer should get more than an influencer. um, if this personal trainer has multiple certifications. Me personally, there's certain things that you must do and must have certifications to be able to train certain type of clients. As an influencer, you just need the resources to know how to promote it. So with that, it don't matter what you're promoting, you're not going to get any back end from it from the clientele wise. That's how I'm looking at it. In person
Mm.
wise, you got your client and it's like, hey, I got to make sure I understand, the benefits of this squat. I got to know my research to know, hey, this client right here has lower back issues. We can't do this, and this. As an influencer, I don't need to know how to do that. I just need to know, hey, do this, do this squat for them real quick in their outfit, say it was comfortable, and then I keep it going.
No, I hear you. I definitely hear you on that. It's interesting because you know when it comes to a fitness influencer, and I know there's the gray area, right? Some people are like, well, I am both. I'm a personal trainer and I'm an influencer. We're not talking
Right.
about people who do both. We're talking about specifically like hey, I'm on this side or on that side. There's some people who literally will not coach a person in one-on-one or they don't have a boot camp or nothing.
Right.
And they promote products and they just promote products. And then, yeah, they'll do it on the side here and there. but that's not really what the whole jam is, right? So
Right.
that's what we're talking about, those site. And so people are selling the products. I don't necessarily know that they should make more, but I believe that they have a potential to make more faster.
Yes,
Um,
I see with influencers. I think like the incentives should be different than a personal trainer,
mhm,
because the influencers are the people driving the traffic.
mhm,
But the legwork is if they're working together, and this is how I'm looking at your question. Then if they're working together, the hard work is when you get them into the door, and that is the personal training side. Influencer is just a recruiter. I'm gonna just get you in. After you in, you ain't nothing to me.
mm.
You're not my responsibility. I just got to keep you entertained.
So like look at it like this too. And it's like um I feel like they both obviously should get paid up front.
Hmm.
That's me. Like sometimes
Right.
there's certain things where there's affiliate links involved and people are like, but I don't think that you should get paid based on, like, let's say if you're a coach, you should not just get paid if your client gets results. You should
Right.
get paid regardless if they get results or not.
Right.
But with an influencer, there's these stipulations sometimes, not all the time, where they only get money if the client gets results, where they get the sales, they get the people in, they get the, the numbers up. And so there's a difficult, but that's why I feel like sometimes the influencers will make more faster, because you may get a result or you may get that check up front, but it's more for, us, like, hey, like for example, I have a deal with Mizuno, for example, and I may get a certain check for the quarter regardless of what Mizuno sells on sneakers or not. I got my deal, right?
Right.
So now it's up to me to hold my end of the bargain. But guess what, if I don't, they're not going to renew. They're not
Yeah.
going to
They're
renew
not
that
gonna
deal.
renew it.
And it's the same thing kind of in a way where a trainer, you have potential to, do the same thing. But the thing is, I think with influencers can make, I say, more faster, is because there's really, unless there's really no such thing as non-compete anymore. You can't not,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, get other deals. So I could get more deals like that, right? I can just
Right.
get more, and my time is not as consumed in most cases, just generalization here, as your time is. Your
Right.
time is so like into like the day to day. I got to get these people the results, and so that's why I feel like it's an interesting topic, and I don't think there's no wrong answer, but just different generalizations about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Who I think should get it and who's getting it, yeah, I think are definitely two different answers, especially for me. Influencers definitely will make more. Now, if you are someone that gets to do both, then that's a benefit for you. But an influencer, like you said, they have no jurisdiction when it comes to making that income. They can promote for this clothing line, this supplement company, this gym, and they all have a certain package that they're supposed to be paying. And that could be all made up in one day or in one week, versus a personal trainer. He got to see that person, multiple days throughout the month. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, it gets tough. It gets tough, but yes, it's always an interesting topic. I don't think it'll be a that answer. I might ask you that question, as I say, in a couple of months. You may give me a totally different answer.
Might be a whole different ball game.
Might be holding. So real quick on the way out, let's hear some news, and that is that we're going to be giving out some sneakers here. Luckily enough that Mizuno has sponsored this show, so that's going to be super super dope. Where we're going to be giving out some sneakers, Laura. How dope is that?
Hey, there's a couple marathons that's coming, so one of y'all can really benefit with these new kicks.
You run marathons?
The last one I did, well, I did the peach tree two years ago. I did it 2 years ago. I
So
do
that's a
got one.
10K. That's a
So
10K. That
oh,
ain't no marathon.
oh yeah. I didn't do a marathon or half. I did a couple. There was one that I did. I did a 5K. Last year I did a 5K. I'm supposed to do one this year, July, in Atlanta. I'll give you the information if you want to tap in. it's one of my clients' workshops for her children fundraiser. But I'll give you the information. It's in July though.
Yeah, send me the info. Because I'm super excited. You see behind me, like right underneath this finger here.
Yeah, I see it with
the
by the light.
Mizuno logo. Boom, right there. The Mizuno logo. So that's one of the sneakers that's actually dropping next week. You know, we were actually able to. I was actually able to go to headquarters about a week ago. I saw some stuff that is gonna blow your mind, not only for the rest of this year, but I saw stuff that is literally designed to come out in 2026, bro. It's crazy when you get to go to these type of places and you see how far ahead they are and mapping out. And they're like, oh yeah, we're starting to plan for 2027. I'm like, 2027 designs, like what the, like it's crazy how far companies go ahead. And one day I'll talk about the details, bro, and the test and the prototypes. It's a whole different conversation when you talk about that stuff. But I just love doing it. And I know a lot of people will ask me about they've been DMing me about brand deals and endorsement deals and ask me. That's never going to be a question I could fully answer because it always changes. But I'm gonna definitely try to here in probably a show next week. I'm gonna do it literally just a whole talk on branding, deals, and how to negotiate with clients and stuff. And maybe we'll even do a role play where it's like I want somebody to act like I am the company. And they come on and they try to position me and say, hey, I want to be an influencer for you. I'm going to just push back and give you the real, like what companies look for.
What you're going to hear.
And like a lot of people were not ready for that, but that I think it'll help, to kind of go through that. Cause I have those conversations all the time with companies, and sometimes you got to be able to tell companies no. Sometimes a lot of times companies will tell you no, but as soon as they give you an opportunity, you can't just always be ready to say yes either. Like it has to make sense, and you got to know what to ask for too. You can't be scared to ask for your worth. Last thing, so Mizuno's we're giving out some shoes probably next week. I'll talk to them and figure out which day and stuff like that. I'll let you guys know, but only for the people subscribed. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe because we will be checking. There is a way for us to check. I can see who's subscribing and who's not. I don't know if you know that or not. Y'all might not be in the YouTube like that, but your boy, I got all the technology over here. Law, on the way out, you want to tell people where they can follow you or anything?
Yeah, I can find me on Instagram at Break My Fifth Law. Once you get there, you'll see all the hyperlinks to all my other platforms as well. So it's quick, easy, head straight there. And if you're looking for in-person or online coach, I am accepting clients now.
Whoa, you heard that. Listen, he's accepting clients, and it's not always like that. So he only takes so many. He only takes so many now. So you better jump on there. I appreciate you, bro. Stay right there because after the show, I'm going to tell you something. But listen, I appreciate you for doing 2 lives today, bro. 2 lives
today, man.
You ever did 2 YouTube lives on the same day?
Nah, this would be the first time. Look, this light got a lot of attention today.
Yes. Like I said before, we treating this YouTube thing like it's making us money before it makes us money.
Right.
And so now we got to get you on the stream game. We got to get you in here.
Hey man, look, I told you it's almost set up. I'm just trying to get the last bit of puzzles together, and then I should be taking it day by day now.
Bet. I appreciate it, bro. So we're going to get up out of here. If you guys are not already subscribed, please do so. Hit the like button. Leave comments. I answer all of them. Okay, I do. I really do. Thank you guys for tuning in. Share this with 3 people, 3 friends. See you later. Peace.